Hey guys, thank y'all for being here. As always, it's good to be practicing football in December. I think that's a good thing. Um, got an opportunity to go on the road this week to play a really good football team. I would say the best football team we played this year. They're the number 3 ranked team in the country right now. They're the 3-time defending Big Sky champion. They're well coached. They're well rounded. They really don't have any weaknesses. Um, they're really good on defense. I mean, if you go through and look at all the accolades their kids have, they're really stout, tough, hard-nosed on defense. They do a great job on offense of being balanced, but they want to be able to run the football. Obviously, they're highlighted by their running back, who's a really good player, and they have several kids that play back there, but he's a really good player, former Jerry Rice Award winner, and their quarterback can throw it and make plays. He's not necessarily a runner, but when he needs to, he can make plays with his feet. They're really good in special teams. They're just solid all around, tough, hard-nosed. Their culture, you can tell watching them and kind of collectively getting information is really good. The head coach has done a really good job there of establishing that. And they're a really good football team. It's going to be a challenge for us, to go on the road and continue playing. We're going to have to go play extremely well and make sure we do the things that we need to do to give ourselves a chance, to win the ball game. But excited about the opportunity. We got to have a great week of preparation and get ready to go play. I'll open the floor for questions.
Coach, looking back at the game the other day, I know that in the press conference you said what Jonathan did wasn't a surprise to you because you've gotten to see it in practice. But now that you've watched the tape, uh, was there anything that really jumped out at you about the performance? Because, it was kind of an eye-opening thing for everybody else.
Yeah, his poise. Going in the game like that in that situation, for a kid who's played, I think, 18 snaps going into that game, is really in his full second semester here. His poise and just how he was calm, cool, and collective with everything, that is hard to do. I've seen guys who've been in a program 2 and 3 years go into a game and can't do that. And that's kind of been – he's a pretty cool customer. That's kind of the way he's been. But I think, I said I wasn't surprised, but that's – John, that's hard to do. And I thought he did a great job of that. And then settled as the thing went on. He kind of settled even a little bit more. And I think the game slowed down a little bit for him as it went. So that's really hard to do at that position. And I thought that maybe is the one thing that was probably most impressive.
That being said, how is Tommy and where are we with the quarterback going forward?
Yeah, we're banged up. Tommy and Jonathan should be available for Saturday. Listen, we're banged up, period. Across the board. You will not find a position on our football team right now that we're not beat up. Guys, we're in week 15. I'm not sure whatever week it is right now. It's all running together. But it kind of is what it is. We'll have some guys that won't play on Saturday. We're going to have some guys that are going to have to – they're going to have to gut it out on Saturday because they're not going to feel their best. And that's the playoff season a little bit. And we just got to find a way. So, but yeah, we're those two should be available for Saturday, and then we're just beat up in a lot of other areas.
Do we have decided on a starter yet?
No, they're both practicing right now. We hadn't even really had a discussion about it. They're both practicing and getting ready to go.
You talk about the play of your defense really since halftime of the Campbell game. They've really come on and turned it up a notch. And this game last Saturday was just an unbelievable, especially the front seven.
Yeah.
Just some thoughts on that.
Yeah, it was fun to see. I thought we played with purpose and cause, a lot of energy. That's the defense you like to see out there flying around, playing extremely hard. And I was impressed. We settled down after the first drive, and really outside of that, we gave up a deep ball. And outside of that, we played pretty hard, pretty tough on defense, and they were struggling to move the ball and got some critical turnovers that really, when you look at the turnovers and what happened with them, was really a huge difference in the game. So I thought we played extremely hard. That's the way we got to go into the game with, Brian. We got to go fly around, and it's like this week. I mean, you're going to have guys rallying around the backs, and you know, if the first guy don't get him down, there's got to be gold hats rallying around to get him on the ground, because you know, these guys are going to be tough to tackle. And so, but that's I was impressed by the way we flew around. I told our guys that, and we got to go approach the week the way we did last week, and so we can get ready to go play with that same kind of mentality this week.
Going back to the beginning of the season, where you kind of didn't really, and you told us you really didn't know exactly what you had because you were so young and the OGs had moved on. The group before, as you defined, was a challenge-driven group, and they kind of had a chip on their shoulder. Have you seen that chip progressively grow more as the latter part of the season has gone on and you've been in these must-win games?
Yeah, I think when you watch us play, you can see it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, I think our kids felt like that you know, we were happy to make the playoffs, but we felt like we should have been in a little better position going in. I think our kids play with a little purpose and cause, and I think that's the way you got to approach the game all the time. And at times this year we haven't had that, and our purpose and cause was where it needed to be on Saturday, and by gosh, it better be this Saturday, or it won't be pretty. I can tell you that. So.
All year long, basically kept the same offensive line. Early on, you said there were a lot of mistakes that were going to need to be cleaned up. Well, we're still making some mistakes that need to be cleaned up. But these guys have consistently opened holes for the number one, rated running offense in the country. Where do you see your offensive line now as you're in?
Well, the mistakes are less, like far as just missed assignments and not going the right way. It's definitely better. I think our effort is better. You know, we're still at times executing, meaning we're doing our job, but can we really go execute and make the block all the time and finish what we're doing? But we've definitely made improvement, John, throughout the year in those areas. And you've seen some guys really grow up and start to carry themselves with a little more confidence about doing their job and going about their business. And I think that definitely improved some Saturday. I saw, you know, Chris Dye, I thought, you know, I'm gonna point him out. I thought he had a heck of a ball game Saturday. He was a co-player of the game with Murphy for us. I thought he showed up and really did some good things. And there's a young man who's, you know, as the year's gone on, he's continually getting better. And we had other guys as well, but he's one I'm gonna say because it's been noticeable, especially the last few weeks, but especially Saturday. So I think we've made gains on it, John. And I think we don't have as many missed assignments. Our effort's better, and when you put yourself in position, you know, you're going to win some of the battles. You're going to lose some. You try to win more than you lose, you know. But at least you're going the right place and doing your job.
You offer some thoughts on Shaq Terry. I mean, that's another element, the return game, that really helped you in this one. And he seemingly has become a little bit more of a vocal leader type of guy this year.
Yeah, Shaq's always been a pretty vocal kid. He's a competitor and really showed up. Has been making plays really most of the year, but especially of late. You know, and he's done a nice job. Had a good punt return in the game that made, you know, change the field position a little bit, which was big. And really, we've been, you know, to our you know, our staff's credit and our kids' credit. Coach Glanton heads up the special teams, but we've been pretty solid in special teams this year. We've been able to make some plays, whether block a kick or return a punt or return a kick, to do some things to help us. And we got to do that because it's going to take all three phases to give yourself that opportunity to win. But Shaq's done a nice job. He's really playing well right now, and he's definitely vocally being a leader. You can hear him, and that's Shaq. That's his personality. But, you know, he's playing well, and we need him to play well Saturday.
Their defense, based on numbers, is pretty stout. They're like 7th or 8th in the country in rush defense. I know you said that the line's good, but can you get a little bit more specific on, what they're able to do that makes them so good?
Yeah, their front seven, really, they're down four guys, and they're linebackers. I mean, They're hard to block. They can run. They're tough. Their weak side linebacker 13's a really good player. Their defensive end 9's a good player. I mean, guys, they're all really, really good. I mean, I'm not trying to make it more than it needs to be, but I think we all turn the tape on and go, oh, boy, there's a reason they're ranked 3 in the country. There's a reason they won the Big Sky 3 years in a row, because they're a good football team. They got good players. They understand their scheme. They don't overcomplicate it, and they let their kids go play. And they got good players. They understand what they're trying to get accomplished. But you know, they're big up front, inside. They're going to be hard to move, you know, and they're athletic at defensive end. Their linebackers are tough, hard-nosed players. I mean, they're a good, well-rounded, well-coached football team. You know what I mean? And they understand their identity and what they're trying to get accomplished and what they're trying to do. I mean, and you can see it with, you know, it's who they are. So, but they do a really good job. I mean, they're good. I mean, you know, it is what it is. But I mean, it's like I told our guys, there's 16 teams left. I mean, everybody's pretty good. You know, I mean, if you're still playing right now, I mean, but they're a really good football team. That's the reason they've won so many games lately. That's the reason they ain't lost a home game in 2 years, regular season home game. You know, they win their conference in the playoffs, making runs every year. I mean, there's a reason for it.
Going into the game, there's always this stigma when teams go play in Denver because the elevation is mile high. This isn't quite a mile high; it's more like 80% of that. Is there any kind of anything that you guys need to do special, to acclimate yourself, or is there anything that you're going to have oxygen on the sideline, that kind of stuff?
You know, I told our guys, I think the most important thing this week was getting the proper rest. Make sure you hydrate. I think hydration is a key to that, and it's not on Friday. It's throughout the week. It's very similar to Bozeman. We still have a handful of kids that made that trip out there, so there is some awareness. And really what happens a little bit early on, you just got to get acclimated. It'll kind of take the breath out of you, then you get acclimated, then you're able to go. But I've just told our guys to get plenty of rest, you know, make good decisions with your downtime, hydrate, and then we'll just navigate it when we get to the game. But you know, outside of that, I mean, that's pretty much how we navigated the last time. You know, we made a road trip similar to this, as far as the circumstance goes, because there are some similarities as far as the place you go, as far as elevation and all that stuff. All right, thanks, guys.